Well, we'll go ahead and get started. I wanted this to be helpful to you because we're starting out. September 1 is tomorrow, and pretty soon 2020 is going to be over. So September, October, November, December, we have 4 months left to reach our 2020 goals. How about that? That's exciting, so I'm revving up to finish the year with a bang, and I hope you are too. I wanted to share this short 2-page plan, because you know I'm all about planning, but sometimes I skip over the details. And what I would suggest for a lot of us is to start with the big picture. Don't make it real complicated. Don't make it too detailed just yet. But think about what your big vision is. So today, this is an example of how I am working through my 4-month action plan, because I've got a lot of things to do, a lot of things on my mind. I want to get things accomplished between now and the end of December. And I know if I push things back until middle of November, it ain't gonna happen. So I started thinking today about my big vision. What I really want to do is empower business owners so they can be successful financially and have a sustainable business and make an impact in the world in which we live. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, that's the main reason why they go into business is, number one, to make money because they got to put food on the table. But number two is to make an impact in the community in which they live. And of course, we're all living online right now, so that can be a pretty big vision. So here is an example of my big vision. What is yours? That would be my first question for you, is what is your big vision? And think about the verb in your big vision. What do you want? What impact do you want to make? I want to empower. I don't want to do it for you all the time. You have to do a lot of this yourself. I want to help you become so engaged in your purpose and your why that you are empowered to move forward. The next section would be the mission. So some people say the big vision is 10 years out. What impact do you want to make? The mission is, what do you want to do within the next year or so? So that becomes sort of a shorter vision, but still consistent with your big vision. And so I changed the wording a little bit because I'm focusing on online programming. I feel like a lot of people still are uncomfortable getting out. Plus, we've gotten used to doing business from the kitchen table or the home office, and we don't have to drive anywhere to do that. And we're just as comfortable talking with somebody on Zoom as we are across the table drinking a cup of coffee. And so the example of my mission is I use the same verb, empower, but I want to empower business owners with advice, tips, and online programming that maximizes profits through startups and business rebuilding. So I don't really know 5 years from now what my focus will be. I do know right now my focus is on startups and businesses that need to rebuild, primarily due to COVID or leaving a corporate environment. They got to get out of there and do something on their own. The next section, section 3, is strategies. So 3 to 5 big strategies is what you want to clarify in this section. What I want to do is continue to grow revenues through my client base using online group programs. So more and more I'm working with my existing clients online. I'm meeting with them less and less one-to-one. Retain revenues and gain word of mouth referrals. So I want them to know and understand what I do, and I want to understand what problems they have that I can help them solve so they can refer business to me. So I want to take care of my clients first, primarily online. I want them to understand and benefit from what I do and be able to refer people to me. And I want to document my processes to streamline repeatable operations. So this is something that I want to hand off or collaborate with someone who has a similar mission or similar passions than I do, which I'm still looking for that perfect person, but I do have several collaborative partners right now. So then the next section 4 is the objective. So all of this is when I list these things that I want to do in the objective section, they should support one or more of the strategies. So for example, my objective number 1 is to nurture existing client relationships to increase word of mouth referrals, resulting in 5 referrals by September 30th. So in the next 30 days, I am engaged with my clients with one of the reasons is I want more referrals from them. I want them to understand and be comfortable with what I do and think about referring me. And that really supports the strategy, grow revenues through client base using online group programs. Facilitate co-starter online group programs quarterly, resulting in 30 happy, extremely satisfied participants. So right now I have an online program that starts September the 9th, and then another one that starts October the 5th. Each one of them I'm hoping to have up to 15 participants. That would be 30 total, and that would finish out the year with a bang for me. And that does support my grow revenues through client base using online group programs. So that again supports my strategy is to grow online and then retain the revenues and gain word of mouth, because as people are happy and they are satisfied and they complete the online programs, they're going to tell their friends and they're going to tell other people. Number 3 for me is recruit sponsors to support 60 participants at $1,000 each. So this gets into the money goal for me. As I'm looking for $60,000. If I get 4 to 6 excited sponsors, say at $10,000 a piece, that is my goal in the next 4 months. So that would be one major sponsor in each of the 4 remaining months for 2020. So I hope you see how all this ties into my growth strategies. Number 4 is engage with and finalize 30 participants. So right now I am recruiting sponsors. I'm engaging with potential partners, participants. I have my partners lined up, and I want to have 30 people, 15 in the first program, 15 in the second people. So that's another activity that's different from engaging with potential sponsors. Number 5 on my list is to engage with and finalize 30 participants for first quarter of 2021, resulting in 2 online group programs to be facilitated. So I'm already thinking 2 programs per quarter. I'll do the first 2 at the end of 2020, and then I'll have a core program and a rebuild program offered online in the first quarter of 2021. So I have to think ahead about connecting with people who can't do it now, but I can come back to them later where they can participate first quarter of 2021. And number 6 is document testimonials to share online, on website, and otherwise, resulting in increased visibility on social media and websites. So I've been working on becoming more visible online by posting more stuff online. Like this video I'm going to publish on YouTube and probably share on at least one social media platform. And I am sharing it with my Facebook group because most of those people are business owners. They may not be startups. They're probably more seasoned professionals, but they know what people who are thinking about either rebuilding their business or starting over or starting again or starting anew. So that gets down to the final section, section 5, action steps. So I've broken all of the above objectives and strategies down into steps. The first one is email existing contacts weekly, recruit 1 to 2 sponsors. So I've indicated what I have to do, by when I have to do it, and what is my goal. So my goal is to send this type of email out, 400 per month. That would be 100 a week, 20 a day. Whatever metrics works for you, set some top line goals here, daily goals, whatever it takes for you to manage your activities. And so for this I've got a monthly goal of September to recruit 1 to 2 sponsors for October, November, and December. So my recruitment is over the next 4 months to recruit sponsors. I'm also going to market the program. So these are my goals for engaging and signing up new applicants for my online programs by September the 7th, which starts on September the 9th. I'm hoping to have 15 signed up, and by October the 1st, my goal is to have another 15 signed up for that Rebuild online program. The documentation I'm going to do as I go along, and by December 31st, I want to have a written document to hand off to an administrative assistant or virtual assistant, someone who can help me co-facilitate these activities ongoing, and they need to be able to read my documentation and use it and follow the steps that I want them to follow. So that is going to take me through December to document. Contract with Cynthia. So Cynthia is my helper right now, and I'm thinking I'm going to need weekly images from her. So I've got to remember to ask her to create those images for my weekly campaign, which is online. So she'll do 2 images a week as long as I can afford to pay her. And that would be maybe every other week, beginning next week. That would be, we would skip a week. So it would be 2 weeks out of the month, she'll create 2 images that go along with my marketing campaign. And then I'll use that to post in social media and on my website. Recruit co-facilitators and schedule training. So I've listed the names of people who are interested here in co-facilitating. They are required to attend training, which is provided by CoStarters. So I have to get them the dates and organize that so that they sign up and get the training as soon as possible. So I have some trained co-facilitators, because otherwise I'm going solo here, which is it's going to be hard for me to do all this planning and recruitment and sponsorships and managing relationships and facilitating the group online programs. So I want to have a good network of co-facilitators that I can, again, hand off a lot of this stuff to or work together with them. Study materials and practice facilitation using Zoom. So I've got to do that immediately, like within the next week. I've got all the materials from CoStarters. I need to go through the materials session by session, be prepared to implement session 1, which begins September the 9th. Assess possibility of paid Facebook ads to engage with and recruit participants. So by September the 15th, if I don't have 15 Rebuild program participants signed up or extremely interested, then I'm going to look at paying for some ads to try to reach more people. And then organize, if I do have those 15 signed up, I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to run the ads. And then organize messaging to be added to my website. So right now, I can do all of this without really making changes to my website, because I'm partnering with Progeny Place, who is a local nonprofit, and also CoStarters is providing the materials. So I think I can manage the marketing and the application process and the delivery of the online programs without having to make any changes to my website. Is that the best way for me to market myself and be visible in the marketplace as a facilitator of these online programs? No. So by the end of September, I hope to at least have a draft wish list that I can give to my marketing guy and say, this is what I'm thinking I need in support of these online group programs over the next year or so. And when can we sit down and go through all the details? So I hope this has been helpful to you. I really think going through this 4-month planning process, particularly now, again, September 1 is tomorrow. We've got 4 months left in the year. If you have some inclination about where you want to be the end of December, now is the time to plan to reach that goal or goals. It could be more than one goal. And a lot of it is non-monetary. Some of it is monetary goals, but the more you know about where you want to go, the more likely you will get there. So I hope that you can use this 4-month action plan to plan for the next 4 months. Call me if you need me or email me at info@nitablack.com. Have a wonderful rest of the day.